Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and today I want to share with you my new watch from Erebus. If you found my channel, you're already very familiar with the brand and founder, Jody from Just One More Watch, and I don't need to repeat what you already know. This video is about my watch, my Erebus Titan. And if we take a look at the packaging, it's the common Erebus 2-slot watch box. We have a couple cards thanking me for my purchase, their warranty card, and a quick hello and who we are. Very nice. Cleaning cloth, and I removed 3 links to size the watch. And here is the watch itself. This is the Erebus Titan with their full lume white dial. As you already know, this is a hefty, large watch. It measures at 44.5 millimeters, 15.5 millimeters thick. It has a lug-to-lug of 48.5 millimeters, but when I measure it from the end links, it's still a very slim 51 millimeters, thanks to those end links and the articulation of this super engineered bracelet. The bracelet is also 22 millimeters. Looking at this watch, I've got a long list of likes. The build, it's 316L stainless steel, but it's a hardness coated stainless steel. It's got a helium escape valve, a ceramic bezel insert. Viton gaskets are supposed to be superior so you could reach the claimed 500 meters of water resistance. You've got screw pin links, quick release spring bars, a double push button deployment clasp, and on the fly micro adjust. Now they call this a brushed finish, but to me I don't see much brushing. I just think it's a beautiful satin finish that is very clean in my opinion. It is 15.5 millimeters thick, but a good portion of that is the thicker bezel, and it has a domed sapphire crystal. The case itself, even with the helium escape valve, is very slim indeed. I'll never go, and most of us will probably never go saturation diving. This watch will probably spend its entire life above sea level, but it is a cool feature nonetheless. There's a 4 o'clock crown that is loomed, oversized, easy to grip, and I really like how it follows the design of that gear-like bezel serration. The case shape is conservative, but it is well executed with its short stature. The bezel is a black ceramic and loomed and very slightly recessed from the edge of the case. It is a 120 click unidirectional bezel. The action is excellent, very minimal back play. It's easy to grip and rip with that square tooth design. The dial is white, and when fully loomed, it's a BGW9 blue. The large sword hands framed in black are loomed. The raised applied indices, also framed in black, are loomed. I'll show you the lume near the end of the video. Orange accents behind the indices, text on the dial, and sweeping second hands adds color. The case back is attractive, a nice combination of satin polishing and bead blasting. The bracelet is a very thick, 22 millimeter wide, super engineered bracelet that goes perfectly with its rugged looks. The design of the bracelet, the bezel, the case back, and the crown all tie together beautifully. Excellent articulation with no kinking anywhere. And those links are independent. The signed clasp with the Erebus name and logo is large, broad, and offers on-the-fly micro adjust. The weight is well distributed and balanced. This watch is not at all top heavy or sloppy. You can see the engineering that went into this watch to prevent that. The low profile, the low center of gravity case, the shortened lug-to-lug, and the wide bracelet and clasp all comes together and holds everything in place on this 228-gram watch. But if you want to lighten it up, the bracelet has quick release spring bars to easily swap to a strap. I also purchased a strap pack in case the weight and balance was an issue, and it's not. Sticking with the clasp, I have to start with the dislikes. This is an on-the-fly micro adjust clasp, however, it is very difficult to operate. It binds. I tried oiling it, it didn't work. I did contact Erebus and they are sending me a replacement clasp. Moving from the clasp to the bracelet, it is a little sharp. It's not uncomfortable with on wrist, but you do feel it when you're putting it on your wrist or taking it off. The case back with the design cuts into it is the most sharp by far. You'll notice it a little on the logo, but especially around the outer edges. It tends to catch my gloves. The grooves in between the notches are the most aggressive. This definitely could have used a little more refinement in knocking down those sharp corners. Underneath the screw-down case back is an NH35 movement. That's not a bad thing. Given a choice, I'll take an NH movement over a Miyota 8000 movement any day. But calling the NH35 stalwart, That's a clever marketing term to positively pitch an entry-level movement. And this isn't an entry-level watch. It's supposed to be the pinnacle of Erebus's tool watches, and their price reflects it. Here you see on their website, the Erebus Titan is the undisputed king of the Erebus diver range. The largest and most impressive Erebus diver to date, the Titan carries the highest specs of any of our family of watches. I mean, given this statement and the price that they're asking, a higher beat movement like a Miyota 9000 or a PT 5000 might have been a better choice. How much more can it cost if you can get a PT 5000 and a $100 Tandorio? Another gripe I have is the ceramic bezel insert. It's small. It reminds me of my Bowderry sea turtle. The positive is with less bezel you get more dial when compared to a more proportional dial and bezel watch. And it doesn't hurt the performance, but it looks undersized on an oversized watch like this. But the biggest miss and the biggest faux pas I have is the bezel alignment with the hour markers on the dial. At 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock on the dial and at 15 and 45 on the bezel, the markers just don't line up. If this were a $50 Pagani design, you let it go. But this is a $477 watch after taxes, shipping, import fees, and a $100 pre-order discount on top of that. This is Erebus. I have a ton of respect for Just One More Watch and everything that they've done for the industry. The founders, Jody and Steven, have probably forgotten more about watches than I'll ever learn. I'd like to say that this is just me. This is an example of one, and this is their only mishap and just bad luck on my part. But I'm also part of several watch groups on social media. People from all over the world are proudly posting pics of their new Titan, and I can see in the pics that some of these people also have this same misalignment issue. I'll definitely be reaching out to Erebus about it. So far, they've been great at communicating. I've reached out to them about the clasp, and they were very responsive. I'll expect they'll continue to be responsive, but as for my initial impressions of this watch, when I factor everything I like, what I don't like, and my perceived value, I have mixed feelings. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you own an Erebus Titan, please share your thoughts on your watch. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.